So today I did this makeup look using the new Urban Decay Born to Run palette. It looks like this. I'm sure you guys have seen this on social media already. It's a 21 pan eyeshadow palette, and I just picked this up last week and I have been obsessed with this. I think it's just great. You can do so many cool looks with this. You got so many colors to choose from. It's got a huge mirror. This packaging is really, really pretty. It has all these pictures on it, on the front and the back. It's very sleek. It has a magnetic close. When you open it up, you have all your colors on one side and then you have the large mirror on the other. I really, really enjoy this packaging from Urban Decay. It's not something that I'm used to from them. If I was to compare this packaging to another Urban Decay palette, this is one of their Vice palettes, and as you can see, it's really big, quite clunky. So this, as opposed to this, is a win. So hopefully Urban Decay will keep this packaging like this. From what I've heard online, the whole concept of this palette was that if you were to go on a trip, that this palette would be all that you would need to take. So I think that's a pretty cool concept. I think it's something that, you know, hasn't really been done before, and I think the palette is solid. I do believe that this would hold up, you know, banging around in your suitcase or whatever. You do get a lot of nice shades in it, as I've already said. Now this eyeshadow look, I did actually incorporate one other eyelid product, but yeah, if you want to see how I did this look, then just keep watching. Alright, so my eyelids are already primed using the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. Alright, so next I'm going to go into the shade right here, which is called Breakaway, and this is a Sigma tapered blending brush, the E40, and I'm just going to go into that. I'm going to set my eyelids using that shade, just a light wash. Next I'm going to go into the shade Weekender right here with, this is a Crown crease brush. And I'm going to place that in my crease. And this shade actually comes off to be a lot darker than it looks in the pan. Actually is a really nice blending transition color for the crease. So I'm going to blend that in, and I'm going to go all up in my crease with that. So next with the same brush, I'm going to go into this brown shade here, which is called Good As Gone. I'm gonna lightly get a little bit on the brush, and I'm gonna tap it and put most of that color on the outer corner, and then I'm going to use that brush to just blend that in to the other shade that we just laid down. Add a little bit more if needed and just blend. This brush, this crayon brush, is more of a stiff blending brush, so I find it sometimes is a lot easier to blend shades together using a more stiff brush. Kind of does the job quicker. And I mean, obviously on the video you guys see a shorter, you know, rendition of my blending and stuff. Like, it does take a while to blend eyeshadows out appropriately. You could be there 20 minutes blending out an eyeshadow some days. Alright, so now I'm gonna go, this is a Morphe M518 brush, and I'm gonna go into the color Drift, which is this gray tone right there. And it actually comes off a little bit more blue. I'm going to get the tiniest amount on that brush, and I'm going to place that in my outer corner. And I'm kind of blending that up into the other shades that I just laid down, but I want the majority of the color to be right in this outer corner. So I place it there first, and then I blend it out. So place most of the color there, and then we're going to blend out. So there is a little bit of a shimmer to this, but when you blend it out, it doesn't actually pick up to be that shimmery. But like, I'm not opposed to putting shimmer in my crease. I mean, I used to put shimmer in my crease all the time and I loved it. Back before, you know, there was YouTube and all these rules about, you know, you have to have these transition colors and all this and that. Like, I remember like I had a Urban Decay Vice palette and it had this really, really pretty turquoise blue, and I used to always put that in my crease and it was super, super shimmery. So I'm going to take that same brush and I'm just going to deposit a little bit extra of that color right in my outer lid space. All right, so now what I am going to do is I am going to take, where is it? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this angled brush. This is just one from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to take this NYX glitter glue. I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my brush, just about that much, and I'm going to place that on my lid. To use as a base. And I'm going to go halfway in and do the same thing on the other eye. And this stuff just works as a really, really good base for any glitter or like pigments, any super shimmery shade that you want to stay put. And now I'm gonna go in with this Tarte Chrome Paint. This is the shade Top Yacht. And it's a really pretty shimmery shade. Looks like that. And we're gonna go in with a MAC 242 brush. And I am going to place that right where I put that glitter glue. And I've had this chrome pot for about a week now. I've been playing around with it and I find that like it is such a pretty shimmery shade for the lid, but on me, especially with my hooded eyes, it does crease like mad. So I found that using this glitter glue really helps it to stay in place all day. The only place that I do end up getting the creasing is right where my eye socket line is. But I mean, with hooded eyes, you can't even really see that unless you're closing your eyes and really looking for it. I had this stuff on my eyes for about 14 hours yesterday, and the only place it creased was right there. So yeah, if you have hooded eyes, I definitely recommend using like a good sticky base for it. But it is such a pretty color. And really, I find like this, you don't even have to use it wet. Like, it just goes on so smoothly. So I put it on about probably 2/3 of my eye. And now I'm gonna go back in with, this is the Morphe M518, and I'm gonna go back into that drift shade, that nice shimmery gray tone color. I'm just adding a little bit more to the outer corner of my lid just to help blend that harsh line. So next I'm going to take the color Jet, which is that black color, with a angled brush from BH Cosmetics. This is just a different one. And I'm just going to very lightly do a line in the outer corner, just to add a little bit more depth. I'm not bringing it all the way in. And I mean, you don't need the Tarte Chrome Paint to do this. You could have just, like I could have gone in with this color Stranded on the lid and it would have looked super pretty as well. But I just love I just love the look of the chrome paint. So yeah, I wanted to use it today. All right, so this is what it's looking like so far. I'm gonna go put makeup on the rest of my face and I will be back to finish up the eyes. All right, so I'm back with the rest of my face makeup on. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take, this is just a random large shader E60 from Sigma, and I'm gonna go into this color here, which is called Breakaway, and I'm just gonna highlight under my brow bone. And when you use a brush like this, you can see that that shade is a lot more shimmery than it was when we used it to set the paint pot at the very beginning with the fluffy brush. So it's kind of a shade that can do both, which is really nice. Next, I'm going to go in with this brush here. It's a Morphe M213 brush, and I'm going to go into the color Weekender, and I'm just going to put that under my lower lash line, and I'm just taking that halfway in. Actually, a little more than half. I kind of take it into where you can really tell that I have lower eyelashes, because like in this inner corner here, there's not as many eyelashes. So kind of right there, kind of where my smile line or the crease of my eye goes underneath. And then I'm going to go into Good Is Gone. And I'm going to hug that a little bit tighter to that lower lash line than I did the first color. So we're looking like that. Next thing, I'm going to add just a little bit of mascara. This is the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. You could use false lashes with this look, but I'm not going anywhere doing anything, so I am not putting on false lashes. So now I'm going to just go in with the highlight that I used on my face, which is just the Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. Looks like this. Alright, and I'm going to take a pencil brush. This is a NYX 15 brush, and I'm just going to go into this one here, which is Lightning Dust. And I'm just placing that right in my inner corner highlight. Bringing that down on that lower lash line a little bit in the inner corner. Alright, so there we have it. This is the finished eye look. And yeah. So now I'll zoom out and tell you what's on the rest of my face. Alright guys, so I'm going to tell you what is on the rest of my face. I primed my skin using the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. And then for foundation, I actually used a mix of, this is the Pure 4-in-1 stick foundation in the shade Light Porcelain. And I mixed that in with the Hourglass Vanish stick foundation in the shade Bisque. These two in combination on my skin actually make the perfect shade, because this one's a little bit too yellow, this one's too light. So mix them together and I got this. And what else did I use? I picked this up last week. This is the Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer. I love this stuff. I have not touched another concealer since I picked this up. I think it was last Wednesday I picked it up. So yeah, I totally recommend this. It is a really good concealer. My under eyes, I have a lot of smile lines and stuff, and this stuff is awesome. It blends out, it looks smooth, it lasts. I cannot recommend this enough. If you haven't tried it, try it. For setting powder, I just use the Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder. Bronzer, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and the blush was the Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Natural Glow. For brows, I just used the Maybelline Total Temptations brow pencil in the shade Blonde. What else did I use? The Fenty Beauty Killawatt highlighter in the shade Lightning Dust and Crystal Fire. It looks like this. I just mixed the two and did my highlight on the side of my face. And I think that is everything. For mascara, I did use the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. looking in front of me. Is there anything else? I don't think so. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in my next one. And yeah, have a good day, and thanks for watching. Bye.